And I believe we are back at the Bill Yohnka Show, AM 1320. And Bill has left us. He went on to take care of some official business. So Uncle Paul and I are holding down the fort, which I know is a scary thing for Bill.
Yeah, it always makes him nervous.
But one thing I have here is a piece out of Bicycling Magazine.
Bicycling Magazine.
It talks about something known as locavores. You know what a locavore is, Uncle Paul?
A locavore?
A locavore.
Somebody who eats local?
Hey, very good, very good. A locavore is a person who eats only food grown or produced within a 100-mile radius of his or her home.
100 miles, so you get out 101 and get some really good tomatoes.
That's a pretty good radius. That's a pretty good radius. But the trend is it's friendly to the environment because it reduces distance. Food need to be shipped, and there's a lot of health benefits, and it's right in the wheelhouse of what goes on here at the farmers market.
Is there a wheelhouse here?
There is a wheelhouse. Well, there's that too. There's that too. But we're encouraging everyone to become locavores.
Locavores.
As much as possible.
T-shirts. And start a club.
It's going to be a lot easier to do next week when the big chef competition goes on. All sorts of delicious things made from what they're able to get here at the farmers market. So that'll be
plural of chefs. Is that chefs?
Chefs.
Or
chefs? I don't know. What does Milana say?
Have our producer look that up.
You know, I always look to people that are currently in school to answer those kind of questions.
Yeah,
they should know.
Fresh in their mind.
Exactly. They are. So if any math that needs to be done or anything, she's our gal, I think.
You want to start the interview here while Bill's gone?
We could do that.
Let's do that.
Jaclyn Dugan along with us. Just joining us.
Hey, how are you, Carl?
Good, how are you?
Good. I got my notes here so I don't say anything incorrectly.
Well, let us know what you're going to be talking about.
Well, we're going to be talking about Harbor House. Yeah. We have a fundraiser coming up at the end of August.
Okay.
As you know, Human Services hasn't gotten any sort of budget. As of today, we got a press release from Robin at Harbor House that we don't have any revised contracts or increases or anything from the state. So we're trying to raise money, you know, as much as possible, do some fundraisers as everyone is.
Right.
So we do have one coming up at the end of the month.
And Jackie, so let me talk a little bit about what Harbor House is for those folks who might not know, and what the kind of work that Harbor House does.
Sure. Well, we offer services for victims of domestic violence in Kankakee and Iroquois counties. Excuse me. They have shelter. They have a shelter that they provide. They also provide programming. Usually it's a woman will come with her kids. It may be 1, 2, 5, 6 kids. It depends on how many she has.
Sure.
And they provide shelter. Now, they have had to turn people away in the past year, which is unfortunate, very scary, especially in that situation.
Right. So it's obviously a very needed service.
Oh, much needed.
Without this funding, is really going to be in jeopardy. So
exactly. And most people don't think about the human services, especially if they don't use them directly, but they probably know a coworker, a friend, or a family member who's used services, especially Harbor House, that we need to keep it around in our community. You have a huge bug on your microphone, by the way.
Oh, that's put in there purposefully.
Wow.
Payroll.
Hopefully you pay him well.
Thank you for that warning.
Not a problem. I didn't want you to, like, talk and it jump in your mouth or something.
That could have been frightening. So now tell us about the fundraiser specifically. What's going to go on?
Sure. Dr. Jim Simone is going to actually be doing what we call the Try for Shelter. It's on August 30th. He's going to be taking part in the Ford Ironman Triathlon in Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky.
Yeah, in Louisville, Kentucky. He'll start there. He's going to be swimming, biking. Oh, let me see my figures here. Swimming 2.4 miles. Biking 112 miles, and then running, walking, or crawling, whatever he needs to do, for 26 miles, all within 17 hours.
Wow, amazing.
It is very amazing.
I know Dr. Simone, and he is, and a lot of folks in the community probably do. He's done a lot of these kind of events for Harbor House in the past, these ultra marathons and all these endurance things. I know it's crazy. This is going to be his first Ironman. He's done a few smaller triathlons getting ready for this, but I know I talked to him a year less than that ago when he was starting his training, and the swim terrified him. And he told me after his first sprint distance triathlon, he got about 50 yards in the water and he was ready to turn back.
Oh, goodness.
The swim is a challenge. For most people that do triathlons, the swim is always a tough one. But he stuck with it. He had a decent time. He survived. He didn't drown, luckily.
Yeah, he's still around.
So he's been working hard at this. And talking about 2.4 miles of swimming, that's just a lot of swimming. That's a lot of swimming.
Yeah, I'll just stick in my parents' pool. I'm not going to be swimming no 2.4 miles anytime soon.
He probably won't have an umbrella drink with him.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess maybe.
On a raft. Just floating around.
But it's a huge commitment on his part.
Oh, it is.
That's outstanding.
It is. And I know that his family, which he's very open about, He grew up in a house with abuse, with physical violence, emotional abuse. So he is very supportive of Harbor House and what we do, and really tries to help us out in fundraisers.
That's great. And then the fundraising component is?
Well, he's going to be taking part on August 30th. Okay. And what they can do is everyone can log online and log on to the Harbor House website and donate monetarily. That's obviously the money helps, especially with funding cuts, which will really all of the proceeds. He doesn't take anything from that. He does all the training. He pays for the triathlon. He does everything on his own. So 100% of the proceeds do go to Harbor House.
Outstanding.
So we're looking for any type of monetary donation, whether it be a small amount, big amount, whatever people would like to do. That would definitely help us with our work.
Great.
And that website, if anyone's interested, is harborhousedv.org.
Great.
Okay, yeah, that's
wonderful.
it. August 30th, get our donations in before then.
We appreciate you bringing us that news. And Bill is back now. He's back from his other duties, so you may want to throw in a question or comment here.
Bill didn't compete in the Ironman competition, but he's planning a Marshmallow Man competition. It's a little different, it's a little easier. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, Jaclyn, not only busy with this, but Route 50 looks good.
Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of.
I won't take any credit for it. It's all the businesses on Route 50. Took just a little work on our end to get them excited about it and committed to decorating. But yeah, I was driving. I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing. Obviously good. It was happy tears. I was actually crying in my car yesterday. Driving down Route 50, I thought, that's awesome. Like the fact that it just gives us a glimpse of hope.
Pull over.
It wasn't that bad. You know, I had goosebumps and all that, but just it gives a glimpse of humanity in Kankakee County, and that we're still, you know, pulling together, doing what we need to do to welcome this troop home.
Right.
It's going to be an awesome event tomorrow.
Yeah, there's part of me that was kind of glad that it was Route 50 they were coming to Court Street.
Yeah, thanks for that, Bill.
That would have been that'd have been more work for me.
Yeah.
Since you kind of had jurisdiction.
Yeah, I see how that worked out.
I didn't control. That wasn't my deal. But yeah, it should be a good showing tomorrow. We had Jim Ryan on the program earlier, and
earlier today.
Oh yeah.
Wow, he gets up early.
He was up right.
Oh yeah.
Right early.
No, I think I woke up about 8 o'clock, as you can tell. Good thing we're on radio.
but we're live here at the Farmers Market, so if you want to see what Jaclyn looks like,
hurry down.
Yeah, quite a sight to see.
Well, hey, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with Cops with a K. The cops go to the county fair this week, and we'll hear what happens as the small-town law enforcement crew from Mallard City goes to the county fair. Right after this on Talk AM 1320, WKAN.